The Nintendo Switch 2 hasn't even been out on shelves for a full month, and somehow we're already grading game key cards like they're rare artifacts from a lost civilization. Not even real physical games, mind you. No, we're talking about glorified download codes sealed in plastic. Welcome to the clown show, folks. So here's what just happened. Someone out there, and I swear I am not making this up, I'll pull out the screenshot, got a game key card copy of Street Fighter 6 for the Nintendo Switch 2, graded by CGC. Yeah, the collectible comic book people that do game grading and card grading, you name it. Not only did this game key card for Street Fighter 6 on the Switch 2 get an insane 9.9 grade, but the game itself, it's a game key card, guys. That means it's not even fully on the cartridge. It's one of those dreaded game key card releases that everybody's upset about. Yeah, you heard that right, guys. Somebody actually graded their game key Street Fighter 6 Switch 2 game, and it got a 9.9 grade by CJC. This is the clip right here. I saw this trending on Twitter and Reddit. I don't know where this was at. Too Many Games was this past weekend. If Too Many Games was the event that had a vendor that graded a game key card, shame on you. Shame on Too Many Games. If it's not, I apologize, but this is too far. And Reddit's talking about this too, right? This is way too far. I can't believe that somebody did this and paid the money to get a game key card graded. All right, let that set in. For as volatile and how divisive the whole concept of game key cards on the Switch 2 are, I cannot believe somebody did this. All right, I want to meet the idiot that did this. Please, somebody let me know if you know who this guy is so we can talk to them or something. Or this is the most stupid thing I've ever seen, all right? A game key card, something that is not a real actual game, getting graded like it's an actual real collectible. We're doomed. We are doomed, guys. We are doomed as a nation. As a nation, we're doomed. Collecting has gone to hell in a handbasket. Nearly almost every third-party game on the Switch 2 at this launch is a game key card, except like 4 or 5 physical releases. And what does this mean? It means that the game itself doesn't even include the full actual game on it. It's just a fancy looking download voucher with a plastic shell. That's what it ultimately comes down to. And a lot of people are still very upset about it. I've done some rants about it. I've already had it set. This is the worst of both worlds, of physical and digital. It provides that feeling of, oh, I got something tangible, but it really isn't. It's a anti-consumer tactic that is wild in today's society. And Nintendo ain't the only one that has been doing it. Xbox and PlayStation have been doing it, but it's absurd how many game key releases we saw at the Switch 2 launch. But let's go ahead and talk about this, right? It's not ridiculous enough about this whole situation of a game key card getting graded. It gets worse here, guys. That included DLC in this game. Yeah, this is the year 1 and 2 DLC that's included in the Street Fighter 6 game key card. It's just a download code for this game. Yeah. So you have a game key card of Street Fighter 6 for Switch 2, and then you have the DLC, which covers year 1 and 2 of Street Fighter 6. It's just a download code. And wait for it. Here's the worst part about it. It expires in 2027 if it's not used. So imagine this. You spend money buying this game, then you go and you spend more money to get it graded, right? Because it's a collectible. And then in 2 years, half of the content that's included on this is literally dead. What you're really grading here is basically a ticking time bomb of digital nothingness, because that DLC is going to be worthless. How can you even rate something a 9.9 that isn't even an actual physical item? This is where we're getting now in the world of collecting at this point. Getting a comic is one thing. Getting a card is one thing, and grading them both is actually something that's kind of neat, right? But now we're taking games that aren't physical and getting them graded. What is going on here? Future buyers better pray that the servers are still up in a couple years, or else this thing is just a paperweight in a plastic tomb. A $70 paperweight, I might add you, because these Switch 2 games are overpriced, immensely overpriced. Now, don't get me wrong here, guys. Video game collecting, I should say, is a real thing. If you look behind me, I got shelves and shelves of actual physical media. I even got physical games right here. I got Toy Story on the Super Nintendo. Not a great game, but I still have it. There's legit history and nostalgia behind Super Nintendo games and grading sealed Super Nintendo games. It's cool. Or original PlayStation games. But this is people literally grading digital access keys like it's a Pokemon base set Charizard and saying it's a highly valued collectible. And I don't like the route that this is going, okay? CGC even has an entire division that is now grading video games and starting at, I think, like $40. They'll slab your sealed video game into like a clear box. They'll clean it, authenticate it, package it, whatever it takes to make this sealed game look vintage, right? It's a practice that is becoming common. It was mostly for like comics, cards, and old school collectibles, but now we're getting into the video game stuff, and this has caused controversy with like WADA and all that throughout the last few years. If you go on eBay, you'll see tons of graded video games, which, let's go ahead and take a look at that right here. This, for example, this is a 95 mint Ocarina of Time for 65,000 USD dollars. Mint, sealed copy. That is a college tuition here, guys. But hey, maybe 20 years from now, we'll see Street Fighter 6 on the Switch 2 listed at $50,000 because somebody graded a cardboard box with a code inside. Now, at least Ocarina of Time has a physical game in there that will work in 20 years, 30 years. As long as it's in mint condition, it will work. There's no need for downloads. There's no, oh, is the game not on the full cartridge? But this is something that we've been seeing more and more and more. So we got a sealed Ocarina of Time here. And there's over 15,000 listings on eBay, guys. For example, here's Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Battle 22 PS1 sealed, WADA graded 9.8A plus for $130. Okay? That is kind of on the lower end, I would say. It's not no 65,000 freaking dollars like Ocarina of Time, but you can see people are still going out and getting any kind of game graded for this. And there's a bunch of them. If you can look at the top where it says people who viewed this also viewed this item, you can see up on top there's a few other of the same copy of the game of Dragon Ball, and they're all about the same price. You got $140 here, $125, $139. So there's a market here, and I still don't get this market. I really don't. Maybe it's just me. I don't find the coolness in getting a video game graded. Again, a comic or a card, sure. But a video game, I don't know. I don't think I can get behind that. In my opinion, it's total insanity to think that a game key card, which again is digital nothingness, it's basically a digital voucher for a video game, is worth grading. I can't believe CGC actually did this. And again, a Super Nintendo game or something, at least it's a real item, a real thing that has a real game on it. This whole digital, like, modern world thing, it's been very hard to swallow. Like, at least I'll buy a digital game here or there, but I stop at the game key cards. I'll buy real physical media for the Switch 2 all day, like Mario Kart and even Cyberpunk, but I'm not buying a game key card. I don't care how the norm it becomes. I'd rather just get a digital game at that point, just to make a stand, just to be a stubborn SOB, right? It's just wild how quickly we've gone from this is a scam to I must encase my download code in an acrylic case and have it on display on my shelf because I'm a collector. Like, the Switch 2 has barely launched here. Again, less than a month. And we're already seeing collectible hysteria over software that might not even run years from now. There's something fundamentally off about that. And I hope I'm not the only one, right? At least with graded comics or old game cartridges, you get the actual thing, right? The actual product. But with game key cards, again, like I said, you're grading a promise. A fragile, corporate-controlled promise. And I do not like it. It's a sign of things to come. And call me a boomer, whatever you want. I think most of you guys that are retro collectors or video game collectors in general will agree with that as well. So let me know what you guys think. Is this peak stupidity in the collecting world, or just the beginning of something even dumber? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and hey, if you're planning to slab your Pikmin 4 game key card or whatever is out there, maybe just don't. Subscribe if you enjoy this kind of no BS commentary, and I'll catch you in the next video, guys. Peace out.